Oh, it didn't do the intro. That was weird. Hold on. We'll fix that real quick. Why did it not do that? Hold on. That bugs me. Speaking of intro, I still need to fix that. And I keep putting on my list and I need to add a third person in there. Crap. GM, welcome to the Fantasy Top Deck Building Series. I'm your host, Carpet of Web3. Alongside me this week, two co-hosts. HK is back, as well as Crab. Gentlemen, how are you?
GM, good to be back after the holiday here, and great to have you back, HK.
Yeah, good to be back. It feels like ages. I can't remember the last time I came on. Probably back end of September, early October, probably, right?
In a minute.
But no, yeah, it's just getting used to, just being back and also just active on the TL because I just realized if you miss a few weeks, honestly, you're so behind, right? Even just in fantasy, even in just fantasy top, I had to literally spend time looking at which heroes are doing good, which have literally gone downhill, and all that stuff. But yeah, no, looking forward to just being back to being more active, and and yeah, spend more time building decks and actually focusing on that stuff. Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I've been a little bit busier outside of crypto land as well, and so I feel like for me this week is kind of digging back in and spending some more time with the new game modes.
Nice. Yeah, I saw there's a few, right? Like King of the Hill, arenas as well. Like I've not been as actively playing arenas, but yeah, I'm gonna start playing a bit more now, given that I do like the fact that it's 19 stars, and it's the stars. It kind of is in sync with the core tournament, so definitely makes it a bit more easier to play, I guess. But yeah, I'm also excited for the King of the Hill, right? I think that's gonna be good as well.
Definitely, and I know Carpenter has been enjoying the arenas too. Just been crushing it a couple weeks in a row.
Yeah, man, that's nuts. Like the week after we had Clay on, I did the whole I put the most amount of decks I ever had in, right? Like I tried to aim for that 10% per one, so I had like 50 some decks in, but I ended up winning. I think I had like 2 decks in the top 10 in the core. So I feel like that's where I have more of the edges in the core than the fantasy one. I still play the fantasy one, but anyway, so I got first place the week before last, and then last week I finished first, third, and ninth out of. I only entered 7 decks into the core one that week because I felt pretty good after the 7 decks. But yeah, I mean, having Clay on was a game changer. It opened up I've been joking around saying the arena site or whatever, but I just feel like I see arenas completely different, and it's a lot of fun. I entered quite a few decks this week, but I don't feel as confident about my decks this week because this week's gonna be hard. There's so many good low stars, it's nuts.
Yeah, the Clayton show was such an unlock for me too. Truly, I went from every single week I've played arenas since the relaunch. I was minus EV to then all of a sudden being 90% ROI and 44% of my decks in the money. I've started tracking and stuff. The one thing I didn't get as many of the decks in as you. I think by every time they keep selling out. So every time I go to finish or have some time, I've kind of been locked out, so I need to get on it a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah, I try to hit it right when they open because I want to get as many decks as possible in. And so they've been getting really good about opening it up shortly after tournament ends to make sure the stars align better.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I bought 8 tickets last week, and then I was gonna enter 8 more decks, and then they were sold out. So I used them this week, right? Yeah, I used them this week. This week I'm doing a lot more arena decks.
Yeah, there's still room this week, so
yeah,
maybe after the show I have to do all my entries too before they sell out.
Yeah, so it looks like I've got in the core arena I have 13 decks so far and 5 in the fantasy arena. And I don't know why, man. I keep picking Alon. He kind of burnt me a little bit last week, but Alon, I keep grabbing him in at least 1 or 2 decks because when he does come back, I think he's gonna cook. But I was less confident this week. I passed on him a couple times this week.
Same. I feel like it's very different from a DB situation where I've kind of completely lost hope. Like I feel like we know Elon's going to come back at some point, but after a few weeks in a row, the timing, the uncertainty of the timing aspect is a bit hard to like the first couple of weeks I actually went quite hard on him in terms of the percentage of top decks I would include him in, but I'll still sneak him in one or two, but I'll spread that risk out a little more this week.
Yeah, I think there's a few of those heroes that they haven't posted for like a few, like DB, Shoku is another one. He's a 1-star. Alon, who else is there? Hugo, DB. Like there's so many like playable 1-stars this week. It's almost like guesswork at this point. Like who's gonna actually just be active, right? And you almost know that one of them is gonna be like active because like just by probability it's 6 of them. 1-star, you think 1 or 2 are gonna be active, right? So yeah, I even like Carpenter said, like I've put Alon in like a few decks just because if others haven't played him and he scores well, I have a good chance of doing well. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll share my screen and we'll get onto just the general market and how things are looking, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me just share
Yeah, so I
screen.
switched light too. So we have
That one. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. I've got the King of the Hill showing at the moment, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. We'll get onto this later, I guess. But
we'll hit that kind of after the core, and we'll also do some arena. I want to hit some arena, some core, or core first, and some arena, and King of the Hill as well.
yeah, so if I just go to the start 1 second, my screen's been quite lagging at the moment. 1 second, I'm just gonna refresh it once. But I've noticed a lot of players are doing a lot more upgrades, a lot more burn to draws are happening. I don't know if maybe it's partly because the prices have kind of dropped a bit, right? So like you don't mind doing like burning a rare card with the chances of getting a top card, right? Like I don't think I've started to burn more cards and even just upgrade more cards just because I've ended up with too many commons, right? And I don't know how your inventory looks, but I end up with like I use half my inventory, then I just have half my inventory just not playable at times. So if you just look at the activity page, I'm seeing a lot more of these, upgrades, burnt draws. I know I've seen quite a few burnt draws lately as well, and also just legendaries as well. I'm seeing because obviously prices have dropped down. Building a legendary isn't as costly as it used to be. So yeah.
I
So what I'll
definitely
do is
concur with that general. I've been doing the same, and actually, one thing that is probably not the most like EV oriented strategy, but I've actually been going for more epics on my just use of frags in the shop after each week, and my reasoning just being that I think if I take 50 commons, it's going to be much less effective than the chance of like maybe I get that one big epic that I can end up using week to week. And so I'm taking that chance more there, especially if the market is lower and can't absorb as many of the commons. I'm just starting to take more chances there. It feels less costly to do that.
yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I do end up going for commons, but my plan is to always just keep burning them until I get good cards, right? Like it's
Yeah.
just you keep burning until you end up with no more frags, right? Like I think that's I don't sell them on the market anymore. I just think okay, it's probably best to just keep opening jades until I get something good, right? This week I actually did very well. I think I packed an Ansem, a trading axe, a few other usable cards, which is pretty decent to be honest. But yeah, you're right. I think I might even I might go for the more higher rarity sort of packs or even cards, just because you might not get a good card, but who knows, you might get that lucky break, right, and get a epic Ansem or Greg, right? That'd just be crazy.
Right. Keep gambling, right?
Yeah. Right. I think we were discussing like the 1-star options, right? Like and this week there's quite on paper there's a lot, right? Because
Do you
when
think
look at-
Makesy's going to be the best 1-star? I think it's going to be hard for him this week.
I think he's the most, I guess, safer option, right? Like out of all
Yeah,
of
like
them,
more consistent.
he's gonna get 300 points at least. Because I think I was looking at the data, right, and his last 2 scores have been on average 300 points. Now, well, 300 points is good for a 1-star. For the others, blank, right? Like I don't. The issue is that I think there's enough good ones this week that I think there's another one's gonna post, right? Like whether it's AP, he's the most likely one to post because he hasn't had that many blanks. As you can see, he's had the 3 consecutive good performances, right? And then blanked again, right? Like I do think there's a pattern with him where he doesn't blank consecutively of late, right? Like if he blanked one week, I doubt he'll blank the next week. So I think out of all of them, he's probably the one that I have the highest confidence in terms of scoring high and getting on the board. And then after that, it's a bit of a tossing a coin, and like we were just talking about Alon, how he he's due to come back, right? But we just don't know. Like how many weeks has it been? 3. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'm thinking AP as the one who's gonna get the most points. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think I kind of think about things in a very similar way as you this week in terms of I think Makesy will obviously continue to be, a great steady play, but in top decks, I will probably spread out the risk between AP. I might even put Cirrus in there and 1 or 2 of Alon. I just think that putting in makes it like that guaranteed 300 points, it sounds like, but I feel like lately that upside just hasn't been there at all, or as of late. And so while I don't know which one of those other 1-stars is going to outperform, I think it's highly likely one will, and whoever puts that winner in their deck is probably going to end up coming out on top. So in those top decks, I'd rather take that higher risk and try to get a top spot than just be guaranteed for maybe 20 plus or 50 plus, something in that range.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think too many times I've gone with the safer option, and my deck starts off well because Makesy post right at the start of the tournament, right, and then I just go downhill from day one, right. But I do think the prediction markets, like whilst the market is trading downwards, like BTC is kind of like it's gone back to 92k, but it's still a bit. People think it's going to go back down again. I think prediction markets seem to be the one thing in crypto that's continuing to, keeping that mind share. I think it was Kalshi, Polymarket, like top 2 or something, right?
Yeah.
So I think Hugo has more of just a reason to post, right? I mean, his business must be doing great. I'm pretty sure I saw something about Polymarket being open to US or something now as well. I don't know if something like that. But I think Hugo's probably one that I might consider in more decks than the other 1-stars. I feel DB's focusing on his project. I don't know if you guys seen his last post. It was more he's kind of promoting like a project or something. Which seems like okay, maybe
I'm wondering if he didn't sell his account or something. And
yeah, I was
if it
thinking that
makes
as
you
well, to be
feel.
honest. Like his last post was fastest prediction market trading terminal, and he quoted that.
Yeah.
So he seems like he's probably working on something.
That
So
was very
maybe
off-brand.
yeah,
Yeah, he
exactly
definitely sold
right.
his account.
And to be honest, he was the way leading up to that post. The way he was behaving, like commenting. I think there was one post where he's referring to our Fantadios, right? Like I can't remember, but it was like it was a so like out of character post. But yeah, I do think he's probably either sold his account or he's just shifting focus to something different. But yeah. I mean, 1-stars are going to be the crucial. Yeah, go on.
At some point, did you share DMs with him? Because I remember there was a point where he hadn't come back yet, but I felt like we had some insider info on perhaps where he was at mentally, and I just wasn't sure. It's probably been a while since you have.
Yeah, let me actually check what was the last DM, but I do know like he was acting like every few weeks I'd DM him and he'd respond, and I remember there was once where I think he had that long period off, and then he replied to me with like the Undertaker coming out of a casket, right? Like, I'm returning, like, sort of thing. And I was like, okay, it looks like he's back. But then he didn't post for like a few weeks, and so I was like, you must be just at this point, he must have just sold his account, right? I need to find his last. I think the last time he messaged me was about how he was doing during a tournament or something like that. Because right, yeah, it was that Undertaker thing. Yeah, that was the last thing he messaged me.
When was that?
That was way back. I think in like end of it's early September.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I think there's definitely like currently I don't know, he's probably away or something, right? But yeah, I think he'll definitely come back. It's too big an account, right? Like to just leave for now. One thing I don't like about this week is just the 2 stars. Like, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it, but I don't. It's hard
It's
to have any
ugly.
confidence. It's not
There's
nice,
not any
right?
good
Like,
ones.
I would
once
definitely
upon a
rather
time,
take a chance on those 1 stars.
One. Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Even in the what do you call it arena, like when I was building a few decks, I was like, how do I fit in a 2-star here? Like it's just I'm just forcing a 2-star, right? And I think partly it's because I think most of these have been active, or maybe not as much active, but they're just not hitting uh like for example, like passing 100 points over a 7-day period. Like it's just becoming a lot harder for some of these accounts. And I'm not sure what it is, but if you do move to 3, I want to try like speeding up with some of this now. If I move it up to 3, yeah, 3, yeah, there's a lot more playable options, I guess, when we move it to 3. Like out of these, who do you guys? I'm trying to zoom out so I can get more of them in the picture, but I'm seeing KMV post a lot more in the last day or two. I don't know if you've seen on the TL, but Tyler seems like a good option. What do you think?
I think at 3-star that's pretty good value. Plus, he's also someone that's pretty consistent. You can generally rely on him to be active and score mid range. The super high upside isn't as much there as I mean. One person that I'm looking at a lot this week is going to be Tony, who's I think a little bit further down at the moment, but he's one of those that has that really high upside for.
Tony.
I might be looking at the arena mode. That's why I was for he might be 3-star in the arena, but not for core. Oh, he is.
He is
There he is.
2-star. Yeah,
Okay.
this
Yeah,
is
he's a
core. Yeah,
3-star in
this is
core.
core. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's one of those like you can just like he's gonna score in the top 30 randomly, right? Like you won't expect it, so you kind of have to just play him in a good deck and hope he goes viral, or he's capable of hitting a good post, right? But one thing I have noticed is as soon as the market trends down, you kind of see a lot of accounts just not post as much, right? Like Icebergy hasn't been like he's a good hero, but you can even see like he's generally not been posting as frequently, which hurts his sort of account because he has a lot of followers. When you have a lot of followers, you kind of need to post more for your fantasy score to be higher. So he's always been like a 2-3 star of late, right? Moon Overload's another one, kind of been trending down just with a few performances. Ultra's been up and down. Like I said, I'll probably be active, so like a safe 3-star option if you want. I think, but my card's more useful when it comes to is it the fantasy arena where there's a multiplier for
Yep.
the mind share as well. So I think Carpenter had like me in every deck in the top 10 last week. I didn't even know
Yeah.
I was a
He's
1-star that week. But yeah, just quickly, I'll mention. I don't know if you guys have seen the drama of Infinix, right? They obviously released more details of their
Yeah, the
ICO,
ICO.
right? And if you look at Kane's 24-hour chart, it's literally hitting like 800, right? It hit 900 yesterday. Like if that was in the tournament, that would be like a game changer, right? But it'd be interesting to see if that carries on into the tournament because they received a lot of slack for I think they're giving away 5% of their tokens, and well, I don't know the full details, but it's not favorable, right, for people participating. And big accounts like Whale, CBB, and a few others have kind of pointed that out. I don't know if you know more about this Carpenter, but I just saw it on the TL and I was like, okay, maybe he does well next year.
Yeah, I'm thinking he does well too, but yeah, because there's I think Serps haven't either had him on or he's going to have him on to talk about the whole deal.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that's because you remember, like, he did the whole Yaps. They leaned in, Infinex leaned
Right,
big
yeah.
into the Yaps thing. Like Yap, whatever the heck it was called. Like AI Bread is really good in it, right? He was like number 1 or number 2, and then all of a sudden they like just said, "Oh, never mind, we don't want to do this anymore." And then now the ICO, the way they're doing it, it's just like it's crazy. Like I've been using Infinex the whole time. I still like Infinex.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
just
the thing, right? Like it's with Infinix, everything outside the actual product is good, right? Like the product is
Mhm.
good. Like I prefer putting like I like how it has like, you know, you can, you know, store your different sort of you know, cryptocurrencies there, and you know, has multiple uses. You can bridge as well. I like those features, but the only thing is how they've treated the community, and I think a lot of people have been rubbed up the wrong way. And some people have stayed there, but then some people have moved away, right?
From a points perspective, though, I think what does bode well is anything that's like like anything that has level of conflict and you've got two different sides there. I feel like, well, two things. One is it brings attention, so he could
Yeah,
absolutely be um a higher score from that perspective. And then the second is, if there is a little bit of damage control to be, that means there's probably some incentive for him to try to get out in front of it a little bit more. I've definitely seen him on the timeline doing more interviews and stuff lately, so I think it bodes well, at least to take a chance on him from that perspective, thinking that he's probably got to get it out there from a damage control perspective too.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Just gonna quickly go to the fours and fives, and I think we'll leave it at that because then, you know, 6 to 8, you already expect good scores. But Thread Guy being a 4-star this week, I think it's gonna be quite popular. I think you guys agree with that, right?
Yeah,
I think,
we have Jack as well at
yeah,
four
where's
too,
Jack?
right?
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, yeah, Jack at 4. One thing to note, he's gonna be traveling early to Art Basel next week, he said, and I'm pretty sure he's from Australasia, so Australia, I think. So I'm pretty sure it's quite a flight from Australia to Miami, I think it is, where Art Basel is. So somewhere in between, he's gonna be traveling, right? So
Good call.
that's something to note about Jack as a 4-star. But you know, there's quite a few options because I think Davis is good at 5. Bread Based is on private, which I kind of hate because I had him in a very good arena deck, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I might win this time. But as soon as I saw
That
him on private, oh, great.
that's something to watch though, because he does, he doesn't usually do it for, or typically do it for long periods of time. So it is possible that he opens it up before the tournament starts. Granted, I feel like if you're doing the King of the Hill or something, that's a little bit harder, or Arena even, to lock that in before. But for core, that there's a little more flexibility to keep tabs on that.
For sure, for sure. And I think another one that I stood out was McKenna. He's been posting a lot about Hyperliquid. You know, I think you can now trace stocks on there and stuff. And the volume for that's been increasing. I think it's called HIP3 or something. You guys might have seen it on the TL. But yeah, the volume for those have been increasing, and he's been posting quite a lot about it. And I've definitely seen his post take off quite a few. He's blocked me, but I still can see his posts. But yeah, no, I think he's another one to keep an eye on. Yeah, and obviously you also have heroes that, you know, haven't been performing as consistently of late, like Honey, or even Vo, like hasn't been hitting top 30. Merp as well. But you know, all it takes is one tournament, right, for them to, you know, hit a good post, and you know, all of a sudden, you know, it shakes up the tournament. So I wouldn't discount any of these other options that have been good previously. Like Cold Blooded Shill has been quite good of late. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be an interesting tournament because there's so many options in them lower star categories. it definitely makes for like an interesting tournament, and I feel like it's not predictable what's going to happen, right? It's more like last week we thought Intern, and I thought Intern's going to do really well because of the Mona launch, and he didn't do as well, right? Like, so it's like I like the fact that there's a bit more of a guessing game going on here, and yeah,
Yep,
I think
definitely
it'd be
more question marks.
I think if you could start like maybe build a few decks each, and then we can go on to the King of the Hill. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I'll let one of you guys share now. Start, and then we can just go off the next. I'll be last on this in the segment.
Sure, I can. Do you want to go, Carp, or would you like me to go first?
Oh,
Either way.
I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, here I'll go real quick, and then we'll have you go. So because I'll do the lower end decks. I know you do a lot of the like you have the cooler decks, right? Because
Oh, I can focus on platinum for mine. Between platinum and gold or something.
or yeah, you can do whichever. But I just know you have more of a you kind of hit on leagues that HK and I generally don't.
Yeah.
I threw in so far, just kind of like again, I have a bunch of Pixies, in a bunch of these, but like the decks I think are gonna do really well is one I'm gonna lean into here. Where's one? I kind of want to mess with this one a little bit. So here, like I went with bread, H here. We'll go back. So we're gonna keep Clemente in there, and then I put bread in because like, of the whole Mega E thing.
Oh yeah, the pre-deposit where they cancelled it, right?
Yeah.
They
I want a
refunded everyone.
rare. Actually, I have his rare in another deck. So we'll put common here. But yeah, so I feel like something with that might be coming. And then also, I was gonna go Makesy here, but then talking to you guys, I think I'm gonna go Hugo instead.
I
And
like
then that leaves us with 10.
I like the 6-star Rasma. I think he's gonna be one of the best 6-stars, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't have a Rasma rare, but I'm thinking of buying one just for this because I feel that he's useful card to have.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been consistently around the 6-star range lately too, which I feel like is it's only more recent. I think previously he would always be between 7 and 8, but
I think I am gonna go right here. I'm stuck between either Art School, who's been doing better lately, and Serp.
I think if you take the bread comment out, it's just to open up your rare options because I think ultimately you have to take advantage of that multiplier, right? Like 1.5.
Oh yeah.
You've got Horse. I'm looking at 5, 6 stars here. You've got Sammy.
Like Jamsey too. Sammy's been crushing it lately.
Yeah. His posts on robotics have just been like hitting 6-figure views, like every like. So then you've got a few like you can go with the Kane risk, but like that's kind
of like risky. But like so, I'd either go. So my 3 like actually Guat I feel like is the best safe option here between her and you.
Yeah, I hit 500, about 490 points last week as a 2-star. So it's definitely more of a safer play with my card, right? But I think if I was 1 or 2, I'd be more highly considered, right?
So would you go with HK or go with yourself here or Guat or Icy?
I was actually thinking Makesy and a very good 8-star, I think.
So Makesy and get rid of
take Sammy out.
Sammy out.
And then I go.
I only have 1 8-star though.
Oh yeah, you only have CBB. CBB's been crushing it lately, but then he's still a bit. You always feel a bit as an 8-star, maybe not, but as a 6, 7, maybe I consider him. But
yeah, because
he's been doing very well lately.
He's streaky for sure. I feel like when he wants to be controversial, like he can be a lock. But
with the Infinix stuff, you think it's kind of like a lock. I feel like putting him in with a what you call it, a Kane would be
DB.
good. Or
DB. With a Kane, yeah.
With a Kane,
yeah,
I get what you mean. Controversial stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I like this deck. If you use a different, I think you'd either have to go 8-6 or 7-7-7 as your rares, just to like make it.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately, every time a deck wins in silver, they have like 3 rares that hit the top 15 at least, or top 20. So you kind of think, will my rares hit the top 20? And I think that's the sort of key play here.
Do you think which one of these do you think? Like,
Can we see how consistent Lawrence has been? I've been feeling a little bit more. I mean, as a 7-star, that seems a little risky, but I've been feeling a little bit more confident with him in the last few weeks.
I do
like
think
7 days looking good.
the algos liking his posts a lot more than previously, I've noticed. Like I think more of his posts hit like a decent level of views. But like I said, it's a bit streaky since it's like CBB in a way, right? Like
Yeah.
he can get top 20, but he's streaky still.
Yeah, I will say I think the one thing that I guess has intrigued me more lately, I know he was like AFK for a while, and I think he's just been a little bit more engaged over the last month. And so I'm hoping that'll continue.
I almost feel like leaving a star on the table and going to Rasmer here.
Yeah, I'd probably be more comfortable with that as well. Like generally,
I feel
just
better
because
with this.
the other 4 are probably streaky, like CBB, Wall Street Bets, Lawrence, and Jez. Whereas with Rasma, at least you know you're going to get probably 1200 because he usually hits like 800 every few tournaments, right? Like, yeah. I mean, you'd have to change one of your other decks to get an 8-star.
What do you think of this deck? I feel like pretty good about this one, except for the only thing I'm really hoping he hits.
Gout hits, yeah.
Gout hits.
I think base definitely will come back off private. Like I know you got base 16 in the deck.
Oh, base is on private?
He's on private right now, but what Crab said is he kind of pivots a lot. Like, you know, he's not private for long, so he's always like changing.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those that you monitor a couple hours before the tournament, and I guess just be ready to pivot if he's
not
still locked.
So I think I might go. Swing here. I do want Sammy here with actually I'm gonna save him for Sherlock. I think I'm gonna put in a higher deck, like it's kind of like a farmer deck, AE deck. I think he has potential to hit. Lately, his posts have been doing really well. I think Sammy with the robotic stuff has a chance to hit like all-time high for his score.
Yeah,
like, in the next coming weeks.
Yeah. With Sammy, I think what it is everyone's at that stage in crypto where they're searching for the next thing, right? Like everything's going down, so they're like looking for the next big thing. And I think with Sammy's posts is like he's always posting this alpha that's hidden. So like that's something to note there. But yeah, I actually think your best deck's gonna come out of the whale rare that you have. Whale's someone that's just crushing it in the timeline right now, right? Every time something happens, he's the first to post about it. Because he's online. So I think Whale's definitely, even as an 8-star, he's probably one of the best cards to have. Like in terms of I think it'll be top 10. Like I know you've got Whale.
Where is my Whale at?
He's at the top.
I haven't.
So you got Whale.
I need to get Cyrus out of this and Based out of this.
Yeah, I was thinking your Rasma and Whale have to be in the same deck.
I was just gonna say that. I think if we go back to that first deck that we were creating and combine Whale with those two, that might be the.
Wait!
I didn't realize you had ICO.
Yeah, but ICO. Oh, wait, it's 6. Yeah, let's edit this deck.
You've been holding out on this here.
We're gonna go here.
You've been yeah, I think you can have like one or two really good decks here.
Here, let's do this real quick. Hold on. We're gonna go like this.
I don't even have an ISO Beast.
Reset. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start from 0.
Let's go from 0.
There we go. Okay.
All right, now we have our lineups.
Lock and Whale. That's a
Lock and
Whale. Lock and ICO Beast.
Yep. Ooh, I mean, Rasper could be a great 6-star as well. Let's just. Oh, okay. And then you got 3
what do
left.
we have? We could go like this though.
Makes you go
doink and leave one on the table.
No,
I would still. Oh, go ahead, AJ.
What I was gonna say is instead of leaving one on table, you change one of Rasma or ISO with Clem as a 7, and then go 1-1
over. Yeah.
Do you like Clem over? Like I'm just thinking about ceiling, right? Like I know Rasma's good, but he doesn't hit 900 plus as often as Clem.
ICO can. Yeah. Do you like? I like ICO over Rasmer.
Probably,
Yes.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
ICO's
Definitely.
been, like, I think I posted in my article, ICO is the only 6-star that's averaging 800 points in the last 5.
Yep.
I think we
So
have to assume that he reverts back to the. I'd rather assume by default he reverts back to the mean than stays a
Yeah.
6-star next week.
yeah, no, 100% exactly. Because I know he dropped to like 700 or 600 this week, but I'm hoping, he goes, and maybe that's because of the holiday season stuff and people
Yep.
preparing for stuff, right? He's a family man as well. You have to
He
think
is,
about
yeah.
stuff like that. But I think the wild card there is Hugo, right? Like if Hugo posts, I don't see how that deck's gonna do bad.
Lose.
Yeah.
Obviously, Makesy, you've got the seeding thing with the Makesy, but like who else could you replace him with? Cyrus, DB.
Well, and so in my opinion, I feel like it's Hugo versus Cyrus. Like I think that yes, we talked about with the 1-star that you kind of have to have that high potential, but I don't think you throw in 2 major risks into the same deck because the chance of hitting
No.
on both of them is really
Yeah,
tough.
100%.
I agree 100% that in this case you use one on Makesy, and then it's a tougher decision between Cyrus and Hugo.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I want to see like especially with this deck, like I want to make sure I'm making the right choice. But see, the thing is, they're basically like here. He hasn't posted. They both haven't posted since the 20th. His last time he scored was in the 700s. Last time he posted was in the 900s.
similar. Yeah, they both haven't posted for about 10 days, so it's like
Yep.
a hard
tough.
decision because they both literally hit that peak at the same time. And then there's DB, which I probably wouldn't consider,
Hell
given.
no.
I'm
I'm surprised I didn't sell him yet.
But no, I think yeah, it's a good. I think if you just go with Hugo now, and maybe if one of them shows more signs of activity closer to the tournament, then you go with the other, right? Like it's one of those where, but I think you have to put all your best rares in one deck to have a chance because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
someone else will hit on the best rares right now.
Yep.
And I still think you can put Razma in another deck and go with like something
these
like
3.
this. Yeah, and
Yeah,
play
it's a tough
1-3,
pitch.
a 1-3, just
You
a
could
bit more
get, yep.
safer. Yeah.
What do you think of this?
And the one other thing I'll just kind of add to that last deck, because I agree with the monitoring aspect in terms of seeing if anybody's posted up to tournament start, but I would also make sure, like I'd throw Alon into that conversation as well. Just I don't have
100%.
high expectations
I
that he
don't
would, but if
have
he
an
does
Alon,
post,
but yeah. But yeah, if Alon, actually, what's Alon cost?
that's
right
a
now?
case where truly though, if I was highly confident that he'd be back in and active, that's absolutely a case where I would buy one on the market.
He's so
If I
pricey
was
right now.
confident, just because that's a deck changer and you make that money back if you hit.
I think the way I'm gonna play Alon this week is if he posts, I know he's gonna be top 20, right? So I'm gonna play him as a rare in my silver deck because then in your commons you can have a better lineup basically. So I'm gonna play it like that with Alon. So play him as a rare because then the upside of your ceiling of your deck becomes a lot higher than if you play the common, right?
That makes
So I
sense. And if
think
he doesn't hit, you're not up there anyway. So
yeah, if you do the hit, at least I haven't used one of my other top rares in a deck that hasn't done well. Do you get what I mean? Like it's a
Yep.
lot because I think with me it's like I don't want to risk a good rare with my 1-star Alon, but if I'm using my 1-star Alon as the rare, then at least I'm a bit more comfortable. But yeah, I actually think those 2 decks are good. The only thing I would probably say is maybe Bread Guy for Cook and a 4-star instead of Rom, because Rom said he's not going to be. He doesn't look like as active as he used to. He's not as good as he used to. I think we can all agree on that, right? So I'd probably replace Cook and put Bread Guy.
Where's my
Yeah.
bread rare?
5. He's right next to intern down there.
Oh, hello, sir.
Yep. And then you got
Intern.
4, and then
I
you got CBS. You've got a few other options basically with your 4.
Yeah. I like him, but Zach kind of been crushing it with his videos. I want to see. I like watching those. Let's see what he's been doing. But yeah, he's hitting like 6 to 7 range.
Yeah, I think obviously if you had a thread guy, he'd fit perfectly into such a deck, right?
That'd be beautiful.
But I think the good thing about Cold-Blooded Schiller is he's a trader, and traders can post on any market, right? Like,
Yo.
if the market's going good, something might his post might take off. But I think you've got literally 2 decks there that are good, and you still got. I think since my last stream with you, the level of your rares have definitely stepped up. You've got a lot more options.
I took advantage of the
dip.
prices.
Yeah. Simon did well, right, in the last tournament. I think he got quoted by CVP, and he ended up hitting
Let's
six
go.
figures on a post.
Who is this?
Simon.
Simon. I like
yeah.
Simon. I feel like he's really good. You know who I think needs to become a hero is that Luke Martin or whatever. That's a fantasy
He
only
used
hero.
he used to be a hero, right?
Isn't he leading the arena fantasy hero thing? So potentially
Yeah,
could be at the end of the
He's
season.
a stud.
he finished
Oh,
the
Like
strong.
I
all
want
right.
him.
All right.
That
Okay.
Luke.
Yeah. I
Is
think
that who
he's
you were
It's
doing-
not
talking
Luke
about?
Martin. It's Luke something else. But yeah, he's
Oh,
so good.
different?
Like his PFP is like a split PFP. So
Well, he's
good.
leading the World Cup. It's the World Cups basically. Like
Yeah,
if you get the highest score, you become a hero, or something like that.
yeah.
I
After 6
remember it
weeks,
very
yeah.
yeah.
I if I would have been a betting man, I would have bet that Andraz would have won that. But Luke's really showed up.
Yeah, it's quite. The good thing is it's competitive, right? Like it's not as easy. And I think
Mhm.
because the prices have gone down, I think the crypto sort of it's. I've definitely seen in engagements levels have dropped, right? Because obviously when think people think everything's it's the end's happening, BTC's crashing, no one wants to be on the TL, right? Like, but yeah, no, this deck, yeah, I think
Big bet.
you.
Or
If is there another 6-star Jazz?
I like Jez kind of as a 6.
Yeah,
Jez is always real good.
I like Jazz given that he can probably like mix it into the top 20 sometimes, right?
No, these are
And
4.
then
So go 1, 3 again.
yeah, 1, 3.
And I'm guaranteed with you. I'm guaranteed my points.
Yeah,
And your average is
with-
low right now because you were off for a while.
Yeah. I think for 6 weeks, 6 tournaments in a row, I wasn't really trying. Do you want to pivot to Crab?
Yep.
Like Crab do a few decks as well, yeah?
Yes. Let's throw Crab up here. I'm gonna unshare.
Sure, let me.
We'll
I think I still
Crab
have to share mine.
Crab,
Oh
if
yeah, I
you
have a
could do like
Kaleo
your
common. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say if Crab could do maybe his gold or platinum, so we can get like a different level of insight. Because obviously
Yeah.
I don't play gold as
I don't
much.
definitely don't play gold.
So
Yeah,
gold
no, I
or
can do
platinum,
them.
yeah.
I
There we
just
go.
shared mine.
Where we add the stage. There we go. You're up.
All right. Do I need to zoom in at all, or is that all right?
No, you're good.
Okay.
That's fine.
So
Maybe
made-
zoom in a little.
yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
I made one deck so
Too
far, so I
much.
have a relatively blank slate. I do have Makesy in there, but I can start. I'm going to start fresh. I think I mentioned in past shows, what I love to do is I try to create the best possible deck in each league, and then see which one I feel like has the best chance. So we can start with this. See, maybe you guys can help me improve on that a bit. Let's see. All right, so I kind of want to lock in ICO. I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's a
right.
must. That's
Yeah.
an absolute, especially in the
So-
caps leagues. Dude, you have a freaking
Oh my god.
dude,
Like,
you're
your inventory is just so good.
my mouth is
Like a
watering, dude. Like it's
bread.
So
Yeah,
I feel
got
like
bread 5 star.
the two biggest
Yeah.
decisions. I've got Simon at 6
Ooh,
stars and
Simon
Brett
6.
at 5.
I like Simon 6.
And so that's like I always try to make at least 2 solid platinum decks with those two. But yeah, what do you guys think out of those two?
Actually, I'd go bread 5.
Go bread 5 and
Because
then we'll
then
see how
it
it plays
leaves
out.
you up more.
Yeah, sounds good. And so let's
I really
see.
like that Rasmus 6. Oh no, 4, bread 4 or Thread Guy 4. That has to go
yep.
in.
And then so we still have
You
a
have
decent
multiple
amount of
Thread Guy
stars.
4s. I think the Kaleo 6.
And the other thing we could I do have a rare of Thread Guy as well, so he could potentially be
He could be your
a
rare.
rare at a 4-star too.
So maybe drop him for now and put his rare in.
Yeah. I'd probably agree with going with the rare.
Yeah, I like that. You know you have a lot of cards when you have to search to find your rare thread.
All right, let's see. So now 12 left, so we can do
you got 12 stars.
Adam has been on an
Rasma?
absolute tear.
I think
look at this.
I like Adam.
Yeah.
I feel like
He's a
it's
beast.
so
I'm so
hard. Look
dumb
at
for
all these
selling mine.
1 to 3 star. I
would
feel like
hit
it's very
Adam.
hard not to try to fit him in right now.
He's averaging 975 points in the last 5 tournaments. That's insane. Like that level of average.
I don't even think Greg's averaging that. Is he?
Exactly. No, I don't think so.
Who would have thought? Like 2 months ago, if someone would have told us Adam Cochran would be averaging more than Greg and Dip and Ansem, we would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's fair though, given his niche is not crypto. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't rely on the crypto markets how they're doing. Like
Mhm.
if and U.S. politics, it just seems to be like news just comes out every
Definite.
week, right? And there's always a dominating headline every week. So it's like he'll always
Mhm.
have something to post against Trump, right? Like
And I was
Trump
gonna
has made
say
it.
it's as polarizing as it's ever been. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
honestly, at this moment,
always
definitely.
always tons of material for for him.
I'm just thinking now because you kind of
This
just
is a
think of scenarios. It's not easy because Thread guy, you have to think, okay, he'll get. Let's just say if he hits his lower ceiling, 600 points, 900 points, and his higher ceiling is like 800, right? So 900 to 1200, and you got another 4-star. And I'm not liking your options, if I'm being honest, with the next. So now I feel with the 8-star, you have to think what will be which combination will give me the maximum, right?
yeah.
And I know previously you had a 7-star, which was Mert, I think
I
you
had
had.
Mert before. I think you could make strong arguments for Clemente as well, or even Uni Pieces. But I just feel from a consistency standpoint,
Yeah,
lately,
he's at
that's part of the reason why I
wow
chose Mert.
every day. Now
Yeah,
he's just
this is
been
the
posting every
24.
day. Like that's insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
And
I
also,
just
I
I
also think
Consistency.
with the Zcash,
yeah
he's been pretty active, and that was pumping for so long. So I have to think that might have been a little part of it too. But he's always active.
yeah, and I think the reason why you have to go with the 7 over because if you put 6-2, the 2-stars aren't great. We already know that, right? So you can't go 6-2. If you go 4-4, you've got Thread guy, but the other 4-star that you put in will be like
I
Squad
didn't
with the
have good
Schiller.
options.
You don't have good options. Whereas at least you know that with your 7-star Epic, you can possibly hit like 1800 points. And in which case, even if Mexi hits like 500 or 500, there's a good chance that, at least you're hitting the ceiling with your higher rarity cards, which is crucial in plat, right? Like your
Yep.
3 epics and your legendary have to do well to win platinum. Whereas your rare is just a 1.5 multiplier. So I would actually go with what you had with Mert and
Mert. Okay. And then
Megzi.
so, yep. And see, that's if Elon posts before the tournament, I would absolutely go and swap him back in. But like
Yeah,
I said, I don't have as much confidence for what's supposed to be like my top deck going into this week.
right. That's an insane deck.
Dude, that's
um,
nuts. Like it's so good.
and
So should
then
we do one more platinum? And I feel like the basis should be Simon here. I feel like that's got to be
yeah,
the starting point.
and then
Um,
Rasma
Mhm.
to balance it out
yep.
a bit. I think. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like that already starts a little bit on the
Oh, so
bring a
good.
star down and
What
you
are you guys'
even out.
thoughts on Kaleo lately?
Clear's good. I think he's active, which is good.
Especially the
But
6-star.
I think what's happening is given the market conditions aren't being great, like for example, BTC is trading under 100k, no one's
Yeah.
euphoric anymore. Like him posting like, new all times highs won't get that much engagement like it used to, right? Like
Yeah.
which means his ceiling kind of drops, right? Like I
Yeah, I
do
don't
think
expect this. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
HK.
yeah, I was just gonna say like you got 15 stars. I think in this deck, you want to maybe just be a bit more balanced. I think maybe just in
Okay.
case the 1-stars don't pop off in a way. Or the way I'm thinking of it is these decks are expensive, right? So if you can have 2 good decks that are going to score well, then and then you take the risks in gold and silver. That way, you're going to get your
Definitely.
platinum results. So what I was thinking is you use your Thread guy 4-star here, epic, and the
Where is he? There we
Thread guy
go.
rare could be used in gold, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And also like kind of to your point, it's one of those things. It's hard to if I were to use like my 10 or 9 best cards, I guess it would be 8 best cards and then come away like super low because I went crazy risky. That would be you're not going to come out very high on average if you're taking that kind of risk each time. So I
Yeah,
guess it's a little bit more of a balance because the stakes are high here.
100%, 100%. Now, so you've got
Let's see what
honestly, if
happens
you
if I put Clem.
claiming, and then you have to get a
Oh,
rare, I think. Yeah.
and so also I have a Tony here, which I mean that's I feel like he's
hmm.
putting up something. Let's look at his 24-hour real quick. So he has
Yeah,
been
I know what you're
relatively
saying.
consistent here. So like the
It's
concept of
outside of
him
the tournament,
blanking.
yeah. Yeah, I think he's been good, but outside of the tournament, which is why his stars are like 2, 3 lately. I probably will put
Oh,
him in a good
KNV,
deck, to be honest. You got KMV as well.
KNV as well.
Okay, okay.
So
Yes.
the way I look at this is I'd almost rather take a chance on one of these 3 stars, either Tony or KNV here, and
Yep.
then see what I can do with the extra star, kind of look back and see if I can
Yeah, for
fill that
sure.
in.
Yeah, I'd go KMV.
Yep,
I've just seen him been posting a lot, like on the TL, in the last 2 days, 2, 3 days.
sounds good. And then I still would have a KNV and a Tony that I could use over in gold as well.
For sure, exactly. And maybe you can save the thread guy rare and gold because 25 stars is harder to hit, right? And you
So then I
go
have
Davis based, or based would be probably perfect, right? If he's not on private.
if he yeah, let's see. I'm gonna double check him.
You kind of have to keep checking with him,
Still on
right?
private. Yeah, yeah.
All
So
right,
I
mate.
guess
So
what I would do in this case is I would probably put Carbon into start and then monitor but to be fair, honestly, I think between those two it can still be a toss up. So I don't feel like, for example, base would necessarily be a lock over Carbon if he was active. So I do feel a little bit more comfortable with
nice,
Carbon for the moment.
nice.
Yeah.
Those are like I was putting him in a platinum deck last week, and I was thinking maybe if Intim went off, I might have a chance. And then I was just looking at some of your decks, and I was like, oh, I have no chance. Like some of
Well,
the decks that I see in platinum are
His
just
are
like
nuts.
crazy.
I'm also gonna screenshot these here. Just if we are gonna go to gold here, I might try to. I mean, I almost want to, if it's okay, like delete 1 or 2 of these just to then go to gold and see what
Yeah.
we could piece together. I
Oh yeah,
screenshot
for
it so
sure.
I can
Yeah,
go back and don't forget. Should I delete both and see what we can put together
yeah,
in
yeah.
gold, or do you feel like that's like the best possible combination to put in platinum anyway?
Because it's a Cochrane epic, I feel you have to put it in plat just to win plat.
Yeah.
just,
Okay.
just because. Yeah. Have you only got one epic?
Yes, yeah. One
Ah,
epic.
right. Yeah,
Actually, at
yeah.
one point I had 3, and when he went on his like complete off spell, I unloaded them at what had to be the worst time. At
Yeah,
like
that's what I
Yeah.
did as
when
well
Oh,
5
this
with
came
my
happens.
out like
rares.
a year ago. Yeah. So poor timing on my part. All right. So this here is in gold. I almost want to say Clemente here. Look at Rasmer and try. Oh, did I already? Where
KNV, I
is
think you
Thread
said,
Guy?
or the thread guy.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was for some reason I was looking for
What's wrong, Bubba?
one more epic. Yeah.
That happens to me so much. Like I look for a card and it's right in front of me. I
Yeah.
can't find it. And I think you gotta
Yeah.
put KNV now to like open up the options, or Tony, or if you go 1 star maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna try Tony here. Just he's
Okay.
come through for me before.
The
Let's see. And
bread
then it
of
would put me at 5. Bread.
bread, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I feel good about this. And I guess the question, or did you guys agree with my epics, or should I kind of jumped the gun on that a little bit before getting some
Um,
advice?
just thinking who else. You have Star Platinum 7. I'd probably lean towards Clem there.
And hypothetically, I could try to go with another 7-star and take that from somewhere else here too.
I'd probably would have leaned that way because then you'd have to put a 2 rare or a 4 rare instead of bread and Tony. And I don't think that's.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, I think Rasmus has to start. You got 2 anyways. I think definitely he
And
has to be one of your best gold
and
decks, right?
the only other option there would be like throw in one of my 1-stars and then probably get to put in another 7-star or something like that too.
Yeah, like Tony
Which-
for like a 1 star. It's risky. But I think you have to play Tony or KNV. The only reason being is because of the ceiling, right? Like they could get 800 points, and all of a sudden you have a big gap to the rest of the competition.
Yeah.
I said that, but everyone else is probably thinking the same as we talk about it, right?
Boom.
Good
And so I guess my
stuff.
final question would be then, did you like the platinum deck better with Simon, or this one here in gold better in terms of both how they can compete in the league and just overall competitiveness?
So the Simon one had a 3-star. It had the Rasna, Clem. The only reason I like the other one was because top 10 you get more ETH in plat compared to gold. That's the only reason I'd say it. Although I think this one probably has a high chance of winning, probably maybe gold. But you also have to look at the comparison in ETH and everything, right? In platinum you get more ETH rewards, right? So that's what I'm thinking.
I agree as well. I think I'll probably go back and just do the other one that we did just for the sake of it. But that way, play around with both, and I feel like you end up at the right spot.
100%. Yeah, I agree. I don't have that headache because I only play silver and bronze.
I mean, it's
But
still
yeah, it's
similar, like
definitely
kind of the same decision or like making, especially when you're thinking
for
about
sure.
like a couple of your top commons.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Yeah, no, I like that brainstorming because obviously I don't play plat and gold, but yeah, it must be a headache having to go through that every week.
Especially when you do all your decks and then you're like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna reset day of tournament and then go through it all again. It's
Yeah,
especially
time
when you leave it
consuming.
to last minute.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll quickly share mine. I won't take much long on mine. I'm probably just gonna go through one or two quick silver decks, and actually I might do bronze because we haven't really touched on bronze, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can I add myself to the stage? Well, I think Carp, can you do it? I don't think I have the permissions for it. Can one of you just add my screen to the stage so I can just...
I unfortunately don't think I have the permissions either, I think.
Oh, I need to remove you, sorry. Then add mine, sorry. Yeah, I could. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me go on competitions. I actually made a few decks, which I'm going to delete because I did it when I thought based was not on private. So just bear with me.
Yeah, I've been missing your reports when you were gone too, especially stuff like who's away, who's active, and just some current events that really impact the
Yeah.
tournament. That's the kind of stuff that like I've been overlooking that you're always on top of. So I'm very happy the Frog is back with his report.
Yeah, I think I kind of just need them for myself as well because I have a lot of cards. I'm just refreshing my screen 1 second. Just because it's lagging slightly. 1 second. All right. Yeah, I think because I have a big inventory, I kind of need to know what cards. Whilst I was away, I was just doing them last minute. Like I didn't even use my full inventory. I was just placing random decks and hoping I do well. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll quickly go through a few silver decks. I'm going to delete these ones because these were all. I think I've made my mind up in terms of how I play it this week because I feel I'm just going to go full risk mode and accept that if the 1 stars don't post, I won't be doing well. Like it's a risky play. But for example, like I feel like I'd probably have a better chance of winning if I just do something like Cochrane, Ansem. I don't have the 6 stars that you guys have, which is annoying. But
Do you have the thread guy? I thought I saw thread guy in there. I mean,
I do have him somewhere, but I think he's a bit lower down.
Yeah, because he has the 4 stars and stuff. He just doesn't have the 6 stars. I thought you had an ICO beast. You don't, do you?
I struggled finding a card that I want. There he is. Like I couldn't even find it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I've got
Yeah,
that.
you both have a problem I do not have. I never had to search to find the card I need.
And now, as you can see, I have multiples of Alan,
Oh,
Hugo,
dude, all on
Shoku,
hits. Oh
Megty,
man, you're
Tyrus,
done. Like
Diffuse,
you've won.
AP. But yeah, I think I'll go with AP. I think I'm
Yep.
gonna go that route. I'm feeling more confident in him doing well, and then I'm gonna go KNV 4905. I think I'm liking this deck. And then I'll quickly show you what I'll do with my risky deck now with Alan because I feel I've got 2 Adam Cochrane. So like I played him in a good deck there. And then what I'll do now is I'll probably go there. I feel Alan hasn't posted for 3 weeks. Surely he's coming back soon. And then 7-star, I got 2 Clems, so I got something like this. And then I do have a 6-star.
So 7.
How do I play this? Do I go 4-3? Like that. Ignore the 1 stars. or do I go 6-1 and play Makesy?
I tend to think. Well, I guess let's do the numbers real quick. What's the upside of Rasmer here?
That's
Rasmer,
800, probably 800 for
so
now.
800 plus like 300 is like I guess 1100. If you do the 4-3, you know, I think Red
A lot
Guy
better.
has very similar upside, but KNV, I think your overall total there is going to be much better.
Yeah, especially if Alon posts, right? Because what it is if you put if I put Alon as a common, I have to risk a good rare, another good rare. Whereas if I use him as one of the rares, I only have to play 2 good rares, so it's like risking less of the good rares. And I have 2 Cochrans and 2 Clems, so it gives me that sort of thing
You can
where I can
still
put.
create another top deck while throwing in a little bit more risk on this one.
Yeah, I just realized I've got 2 KNVs there, so I'm probably gonna go Tony in one of them and play like a full risk. um, Where is he? How many do I have? 4, so I have a few, so I can play him in bronze as well. So yeah, I think I'll go with that. Just as I feel, I'll play Tony and Alon in the same deck and hope that risk works. And then in the top deck, it's a bit more safe. Granted, to be honest, I think I'm just gonna take risks this week. Like I feel if I go the safe option, I never win. So I'm
I was
getting
going to
tired
say
of.
I don't know if that one's actually any safer, but the upside is definitely there because
Yeah,
AP
so
is still the question mark, right?
100%. Like, so now I can just do this, right? Like, go something like Unipix and probably go like Lucas or RWLK, and then go Hugo Makesy, right? Like something different to the other decks. I think I'll just do something like this, where there's a bit of a difference in each deck, but one's risky. I think this is slightly more safe, as in, I know the rares are going to post at least, and then Makesy, but then it depends on Hugo, right? But yeah, I think what I'm going to do this week is go a bit more risky in silver, and I'll just
At
quickly do a
least
bronze deck. Go on.
I was going to say at least the risk is spread over different heroes there. It's not like you went Alon. So
Yeah, yeah, I would never do that. It's too risky. And then yeah, I think in bronze, like I know based Jack. I've used my thread in silver. Okay, let's see what I do now, because I'll probably have to pivot to the 1-star. So I'll go Makesy. Okay. Let's say I go Hugo, and then I can play a 7-star, right? I've got Ansem Common that I packed this week. What do you think of that deck? As a bronze?
I mean,
like that
I
one.
think it's
As long as
it's
base
good. I think if we were talking about the risk that we were more willing to take, I do feel like AP would have a better chance to hit if we're choosing that 1-star instead of Hugo.
Oh yeah,
But
okay.
it's just,
Okay.
I mean,
Oh
that's
wow,
just
okay.
the chance that you
Uh,
feel comfortable with, right?
yeah, no, 100%. I think at this point I'd probably go. I've got so many Hugo commons, so I'll probably just go with Hugo. I think with me is I have a lot of good commons more than rares, so then I don't mind risking a lot of cards, good cards in bronze. So for example, like I wouldn't even mind doing Hugo and Alon and just going, which cards do I have here? So I've got Clem, 3 of them. Maybe go with Erasmus, and then maybe go, if I go 3 there and go 8 with Adam Cochran, like something like this, right? Like it has potential to hit 4,000 points if everything works out, right?
Just because you can do
Uh,
so many variations throughout decks.
yeah, and I think that's what I do. Like with the way I've used my inventories, I always accept that 20% won't be usable, but week to week, I'm having to do less. Like I have most of the cards that you need for the week, right? If that makes sense. As in, I have all the 1-stars and multiple copies of them pretty much every week. So yeah, I think it allows me to do that. But yeah, I think I'll settle with that. Like I said, I'm probably going a bit more riskier this week because playing safe never has worked out, especially when you have so many options. There's always one of them risky options that come through, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
no,
back to the top heavy distribution, I feel like we just have to take those risks these days.
100%, 100%. Okay, uh, do we want to go to King of the Hill quickly, just to see what you guys have put down? I guess if you have entered a few, I don't know.
Yeah, I've done two, and I did them relatively quickly. Happy to share, but up to you guys. Carp, you can take it too.
If you want, here I'll do one real quick, and then we'll have you do some. Here, I'll just do one real quick. Like I said, I've got we're talking about the. Make sure I heard right. The arena, right? Not King of the Hill yet. Arena first.
King of the Hill, I think we're
Okay, yeah, you guys do King of the Hill. So yeah, I put my King of the Hill in already. And I
nice.
just realized I'm out of frags. So
I did a little burning before today's session just to get a couple loaded up.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on, yeah.
And then we'll go to HK right after.
Yeah, I've done mine, so I can share mine as well. And
Oh,
I've
wait,
done
yeah,
three
yeah.
as
So
well.
you go, and then I'll share. Yeah, because I can share the one I did afterwards. I'll go last.
No. So I did
Ooh.
two pretty quickly here. And so these are
Ooh, I
relatively
like it.
similar so far, but yeah, I'll just go make a fresh one here so we can chat about it. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start 1 star or 8 star?
Let's just go 8. Keep it that way.
Let's go. Yeah.
I personally, I feel like I'm not betting against Adam Cochran if I'm choosing. That's my thoughts. Do you guys have a top target this week?
Do you know you can edit your King of Hills? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, I didn't know that as well.
I just figured that out because I was like, actually, I don't like going with Greg as my 8 star, and I went to switch it to Cochran.
To be
I
fair,
think-
it's week number 1. This is the first week of the game mode, yeah.
Yeah. I know. I'd agree only because I think the US politics are at all-time high. Like honestly, like there's something every week. And yeah, no, I think next week. And I saw him post something like about the Epstein files or something being released next week. He's definitely going to be all over that stuff, right? Like
Oh,
threads,
yeah.
and he's just
And
going to
there's
get like
something with-
millions of views.
There's something with Argentina as well that seems like it's trending, and if there's any any major decisions, I mean, there's always something, right? But
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
let's
Okay,
see. So for me,
Seven's
go
more
for
in
it, HK.
question. Yeah, I was gonna say Seven's probably gonna be the biggest competition because, like, I know Anthem's won in the 7-day rankings, but like if you look at the actual tournament to tournament, like it's been kind of changing. Like Lucas has had 3 consecutive 900 points performances. Clem's been up and down, but he's had a good tournament last time out. So it's like I think this is where the crucial pick comes in.
Definitely. And it could be any of these guys. That's the thing. It's not like they all have crazy upside.
100%. I thought Jesse was going to do good last week just because he had a token and, base was kind of like grabbing mind share. So but then he didn't do as well. Yeah, no, I think it's between them 5 though, right? Like I kind of do feel it's Sherlock probably maybe even he's had a couple of 900 plus scores.
Yeah. I feel like at 7 star, I might veer away just because I feel like there's a better chance that these guys follow through, especially because also last week was the Monad TGE, right? So not that I mean it's still in the spotlight, but I feel like in terms of trending stuff, it might be a little less powerful this week.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's Art Basel. I think Clem and Cole, the Bordeaux guys, are probably going to be there. I don't know if they'll all be down there, but that doesn't mean they won't post because I think their content is mainly the video stuff that goes off, right? Like,
and actually, that when you said that, it actually made me trigger. Oh, they could be, they could actually be a good choice just because if something's trending or if something's happening, like an event, they're there and probably posting about it. I'm kind of between these two, between Mert and Clemente.
Yeah.
Lucas always has a chance, but
yeah, I'm going with Lucas on mine just because I feel he has that Cochrane effect, as in he can go outside of the crypto space and end up getting like 6 million views on a random relationship post, right? like his. But yeah, I agree. Mertz, like you can't go wrong.
I went with Mert there. Just let's see. For me, I feel like when 6 stars, I feel like this is a little bit easier. I have to go ICO. Of course, some of these guys, like it's not a lock by any means, but I just think that it looks weird to have him at a 6-star, and I feel like we
I
know
know.
he's going to be active.
I feel whenever it's obvious choice, it never is. Like there's always someone else that does like
I mean,
numbers. But
actually,
yeah, I agree. I agree with
so one
ISO.
other thing to that point, and just to expand on that, I think the reasoning though actually about perhaps picking somebody other than ICO as part of the rules with King of the Hill, if anybody has shares deck, I don't think it's about the timing that you submit, but I think it's about you share those number of you
Frag.
share the frag winnings. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hypothetically, like maybe ICO is the winner. It has a higher percent chance to be the winner. But if he is, everybody is going to choose him. So if you actually choose somebody else, even if it's less percentage, you're probably stand to
It's gonna take
share a better chance at taking a higher portion of the frags. So that's
no
at least the
100%. Yeah.
argument for choosing somebody else.
One thing I thought with the King of the Hill was everyone was just gonna choose the same like the same heroes, right? And the issue with there'll be too many duplicates. But when we did the sort of the testing, right? Like everyone had a different hero. Like no matter what, everyone had one hero that was just different to each other. So it's interesting how how others go about it. But yeah, no, I think that having that differential in your picks is important. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's as obvious as it seems sometimes on the other end. I guess we'll find out after this week, but might stick with bread. Bread, or I think you made a good argument for McKenna earlier, but I'm gonna go bread here.
Nice.
Thread guy versus Jack. Did you say Jack was traveling this week? So I'm gonna veer away from him from that.
He said he said he'd post a few clips, but then he's also traveling, so it's like I'm not sure. Like maybe his clips take off, the ones that he does post, but you just don't know, right?
Mhm. All right. So here again, a few good options. We have KNV, Ultra, Tyler D, HK,
I
Ram, and
think
Tony.
you've already got 2 Tonys in your other 2
Yep.
entries, so maybe you go KNV this one.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is tough. We've talked about this too.
Yeah,
I
this is
mean,
probably the hardest
and I
ones
already
to
By
choose.
far the hardest.
and I already have Gout on a couple of them, so I'm going to stay away from him.
I went with Imran Khan on mine, I think. That's kind of like a flyer.
It's hard with this one because none of them haven't really had a good score in a while, right? And then like I'm taking a chance on Lane Moon Lambo. Just hope he hits a viral post. But other than that, it's like Jay's on private, or else I'd probably consider him.
Okay. I didn't realize that. He was also on my radar as kind of a flyer. I'm going to go with you on this, Carp. Especially,
Yeah,
I already
Imran's
had
good.
Gout on a couple.
And then
All
this one's
right.
kind of like
I'm going to go
like
AP. I don't have AP yet, and I think we talked about him a
nice.
couple times. I feel like that's better, especially because in this one, this is particular. We talked about Maxine having less upside, so I almost feel like we know there's going to be a 1-star that outperforms him. In which case, like I won't choose him at all because it's not an average of points; it's who comes out on top.
100%. Yeah. No, I like those options actually. Imran, yep. I think that's a good chance of winning that.
And a little bit of variation from the others too. So
Yeah, in between others, yeah.
somewhat.
You haven't gone. I think there's like a 60% crossover in all of them, but yeah, there's enough variance to like have a shot.
I'll add some decks as well and switch it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll quickly share mine.
Sounds good.
Well, I've got mine up as well. So if I just do share screen, and then I'll just do this. Let me know when you guys can see.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
up.
you're good.
Do I need to zoom in a bit? I think.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
You
Can you see?
Yeah, that looks good.
So I've kind of just gone like different across the board. Like it's probably not going to be the right way to like. I've just realized I haven't put Adam in one deck, so I'm just going to change my 8 entry in this one to.
You went heavy on base. On based.
I did, yeah. It's because I did it before I found out he's on private, so I need to. I'm glad that
can edit.
you can edit because that's a big issue because if you lock in something early and then they're on private, then obviously you have issues there. But yeah, I think if I do a save entry there, so that should actually have my. Yeah, I think my my screen's not like. I mean, I'm having to refresh more often than not, but that's it's a bit. Okay, did it work? Let's just see. Okay, yeah, yes, it happened. But yeah, I've kind of gone. I've kind of gone a high variance. Base is the only one that's consistently across the board. But like I've put Moon Overload and Goa, Imran, Maxi Cyrus, AP. So I've only got 3 entries at the moment. I might increase and put like go up to like 5, right? What's the winnings looking like?
I think it's a little over 20K.
Wow,
That's so nuts.
insane.
I'm gonna get more entries.
That's insane. Imagine getting 20K.
So that must be. Sorry, HK.
I was gonna say, like, imagine winning like 20K and then ending up with like 10 lavender packs. Like that would just be
Well, that's what I would
insane.
do. I'd be ripping lavenders. Like,
I think so
Like,
too. And then just burning them down. I feel like with that many chances, you're bound to get something
yeah,
good.
you're bound to get a good legendary. But yeah, I think I will edit these, to be honest. But because my screen's kind of, I have to refresh again and again. I don't want to mess around too much. But yeah, I'm probably gonna change based, keep him in one deck in case he goes off private and back to public, and then I'll probably change bread, and I'll keep bread in probably 2. Who else was a 5-star? I can't
Base
quite.
Carbon
Oh,
was
Sammy.
the other one.
I think Sammy and Davis I might add into one because I think those may be good options. But maybe a Tony instead of Moon or Goa, and then yeah, I think the rest of them I do like it just because whilst I do think Cochrane's gonna has a good chance of winning, I think getting first. I do think Knives done well of late as well as Greg, right? You can't bet against Greg. And then as for 7-star, I think that those 3 are very well in contention. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick to that. So yeah.
Nice. Looks good.
Okay. So I think Carp, if you just go ahead with yours now.
oh yeah, I was muted. Yeah, my bad. I'll throw mine up real quick. Share screen. Should be up. I'm on the wrong thing. King of the Hill. Okay. All right. So here we'll kind of go through the edit. Again, I switched mine to Adam after watching you guys. Then 7-star and some. Even though I think I might go away from that. Probably not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with no, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, we'll stick with Ansem. Definitely going here with ICO. Sick 5-star. I'm banking on him coming off private and throwing everyone off. And obviously Thread Guy. I think everyone their dog's gonna be going after him. My gut wanted me to go with Bandit here because Bandit like has a chance to hit as well as Yano. So if I do more, I might put a Bandit and a Yano in for sure. Definitely a Yano, maybe even a Newsy.
Now I think about it, there's a lot more 4-star options than I thought.
Yeah.
When you're just going through the list, right? And Newsy, you can do well as well. I think the averages suggest he's not doing that well, but you know, it can change quite quickly, right? These sort of heroes.
And also, even if he didn't hit 700 or 800, maybe he could still be the most outperforming 4-star in this case.
Yep.
So a slightly different strategy.
Evans, I just feel Evans is there as well. So there's definitely.
Where's Evans?
Evans.
Oh, he is there.
Yeah, I might need to reconsider mine. Actually.
Yes, that's what I'm definitely gonna do some burning. I might even buy some frags. And my camera just went dead. 1 second. I heard it.
Whatever the winning one is going to be, it's not going to be as obvious as people think.
No, I don't think it will.
100%. Because we did the test last week, and some of the ones that like were the best 2, 3, 4 stars were like not who we thought would be. Like a good example was the 2-star best hero was Smokey, right? The bearer. Yeah. Like
I missed the test because I was space casing.
Yeah, he's a card that you would burn, right? Like no one would even consider putting him in.
Was that because of the slash, like the ethos slash that was going on? I don't know when it started.
For the bear slash, that's why he was defending.
He had to address it, and he did it right at the start of the tournament. Like it was perfect if you played him.
Yep. It was here, like at my 3 stars. I originally went with Ultra, and then I switched it to KNV. This is all like while you guys were doing yours. And then I thought like, oh, maybe Ram, because no one's expecting Ram. Because not only when I'm building these, not only am I thinking about who's going to do the best, but like who are ones that no one else is going to pick so that I don't have to split if I win.
Yeah.
And then like Tony's the pretty obvious one. I feel like Tony is a pretty obvious one. Like I don't know why I just repeated myself. Alex also has a chance to just take off anytime, right? With he has the ability to make any of his posts take off because he controls the OpenSea one. So he just retweets himself, he takes off. But he's also very like he's a very like he doesn't just do that kind of thing, right? Very often. I don't think he's ever retweeted himself. But and then also like Iceberg, you would be one that could be a flyer. Web3 Quant. Gwart is who I originally had, and I think I might actually switch back to Gwart.
There's a lot of good options. I wish one or two of these were just a 2-star. Man, that would really
Yes.
that would really change things for the week.
Yes, and like originally I did have Little Moon Lambo here, and then I got to looking at everything, and I was like, we're gonna go with him. But now I'm gonna go back with Got. 1 star. I like Hugo, but again, I think like if Alon comes back, like DB is DEAD to me, so or DED, spelling it the wrong way. Like he sold his account. Like I've guaranteed, like he sold his account.
Before I play him again, I would just need to be proven otherwise, right?
Not. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to play him otherwise right now.
Yep. And then, like, part of me wanted to play AI Rev because the parallel minor happened this last weekend. It's happening right now. And so I figured he might put some stuff out, but then like Makesie's like kind of like the safe option, but it's not. That's not what you want here. Alon again would be nuts.
I'm surprised Shoku hasn't posted because there's a lot happening on Hyperliquid, and I know Hyperunit is kind of like central to a lot of this stuff. You know, I think Monad was listed on Hyperunit, right? Like for deposits and stuff. I was like expecting a post from him, but
it's a good argument though for putting him in 1 or 2. Like that's a strong case.
I definitely just switch it to Cyrus because like I just have a gut feeling he's gonna post.
Yeah. I mean, he could very well.
Yeah. So this is mine for now. I have a good feeling this will not be what it looks like come 2 days from now.
It's a good combo though,
and I'm gonna make a few more. I'm gonna either buy or burn some stuff. And also, real quick, I threw in some bronze decks because I have way more commons than I did there for a while, so I just kind of threw some in. And also, I bought an AP, so I switched some of my silvers while you guys were talking. I grabbed an AP and something else. Oh, this one, I don't remember what I was doing, but that was the one I was messing around with. So I bought, or I didn't buy, I already had a Cyrus. Where did I put my AP? There it is. I bought this AP. And I also bought another one. Who else did I buy? He was super cheap. It was a 1-star too. I can't remember who it was.
Prices are at a reasonable level to go after something like that if you think they can be deck changers. So
yeah, I can't remember who I bought. I'm brain farting now. Oh wait, I know how to tell. You go here. I don't know why I'm holding a paintbrush either. ADHD at its finest. I bought a AP and another Kane.
Kane, yeah.
Yeah, Kane, Hugo's. Yeah. Bought those in the last so AP was the only one I bought since we've been on stream. But yeah. So feeling pretty good about I still have a lot of decks to put in, but yeah. Feeling pretty good about this week. Oh, my arena. I just want to go over my arena decks for this week real quick.
How many decks do you have in so far?
13. I think that's where I'll stay.
Wow.
Or 13 in this one. Here, I got 20 total, I think. Or no, 18 total. 5 in here. I did pick myself because I'm gonna try and actually last week I didn't try to post much because I was like at like a 3 or 4. So I think it was a 4-star. And so I didn't I just posted normal. I didn't really try to like overperform or whatever. And because like I was super busy with the house remodel. This week I'm a 2-star, so I'm gonna try and go for it. Go out of my comfort zone, I think. Which another thing I like about Fantasy Cup, right? Like being a fantasy hero, it also makes you like gives you another reason to kind of like push yourself outside of comfort zone. And then so this is the one I have to defend my back-to-back title, right? Which going 3 in a row, like that'd be next to impossible, but we'll see.
That's what they would have said about 2 in a row.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if anyone's ever won 2 in a row, have they?
I don't know, but it's probably
No,
Probably
unlikely.
not.
I felt pretty good about it. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I did not think it was gonna happen. And
Plus,
then
500 payout for that's no joke either.
yeah,
Have you started tracking your data? Have you I can share a spreadsheet that I started if you want to, and you can plug in
yeah,
a
definitely share it. Because I did some like rough numbers, and I think not including tactics. Like since we went to arena,
KNV
and
2.
I
Is
went
KNV
pretty
a
crazy
2-star? I don't
in
think I got any
arena.
KNVs. Yeah, I didn't get any because I just
I'm
figured out it's
happy
a
with this
2-star.
one. This one I feel like if Elon posts,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
winning.
back to back to back, baby.
Let me see mine.
My wife does make shirts like with her cricket and stuff. I'm already having her make me a back to back arena champ shirt. I'm gonna wear on stream one of these times.
love that.
And then I've also making like I'm gonna start doing something, having her make some like fun shirts.
I want to share one of my arena decks just see what you
Yep,
guys
brother.
think.
Here, let
If
me
I just,
add you to stage. I gotta remove me first. Remove me, add you. You're it.
yes. So can you guys see the top one?
You did get
Yep.
a K and V.
That is
KNV,
strong.
Newsy, Jack, Serp, and Wizard. I think
Oh
that's
damn.
looking
That one's
strong.
hard. That one goes
And
hard.
then I like this one as well. ISO,
Oh
Serp,
yeah.
Evans, Tony. Then I got this
As
one
long
with
as like
AP.
as long as Gout posts, you're golden.
Yeah.
Then I got this one with Greg, AP, Honey. Honey hasn't really done that well.
I'm gonna
So
go. I'm buying another. I'm buying some tactics. I gotta get some more.
and
I'm
then
buying
I've got
another
I've got one with Cyrus, Lambo. Like this one does have a 1-star actually. Yeah, I've only got 9. I might just make it 10 because it seems like a better number to have.
Yeah, here I'm gonna fill a tactic real quick.
I'm
And
gonna
then I
see
did
how
a
fast I can get to 30.
Oh wait, we sharing more stuff, HK?
Yeah, I did the fantasy arena, but yeah, again, my screen's lagging, so
Okay.
just move it.
Okay, here we go. We'll add me. I bought those tactics. Make sure I'm in the core arena. I am. We'll fill one of these quick.
Well, I've just realized I didn't have the music on when I was doing mine.
All right, let's see here. I see a HK, so we're grabbing that.
8K.
Let's look and see what we've got here. Anything that sticks out. So Simon is a 6. You is a 3.
Ram at 3 is not bad too.
Graham at 3. Let's see here.
Next.
Luca Nets at 4. Let me make sure I didn't make any mistakes here. What are their 6 stars? Nah, we're going here with a 6. Just lock it in. I'm gonna do one more because that one went too quick, and I'm addicted to these.
That's not bad. I like that.
And it's like all prop. Like I keep telling myself it's all prop. It's like I could lose a lot of these and still be in profit. Oh man, I got all 3. Oh, there's a lot of good 3s. Please give me good 8s. Give me good 8s.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh, wow, this is
very
that
nice.
is very unfair.
That's very sad. Dude, like there's too many options for this one. What the heck?
Oh man. If you
Like,
complain
there's
about having
so
too many
many.
options on your arena, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Like I want to go Elon here, but I gotta pass him up. Like, please prove me wrong. 'Cause I got you in another one, but I gotta pass him up. I gotta go
Oh,
show.
I would say
you.
that's a lot of question marks to go if you went all 3 of
Yeah.
those 1 stars.
Well, because I mean, like, I don't even know if I have to go Shoku here.
You could go Bandit. I'd say Bandit, and then 4. You go one of Volt or
Oh,
like that's a
that's easy. That's
a good
lock.
deck.
That's a lock, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Now I know why you're getting those first places, dude.
That's a pretty good deck.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about all these decks. Like
You literally
not
have
all of them. Like not this one, but
if Hugo Allen posts, like you have 2 of the best, like 2 good decks there.
yeah,
Like the top
Like-
one and then the one below with the Allen.
yeah. These ones I'm good about. Like I like this one.
Very strong.
But these 2 were kind of outliers. Well, and this one. Like this one's not really that great, actually. more like
It can be.
talk. This one could be good, I think, but like it has to be like a
Alex-
week like last week where a lot of people don't have like last week. The reason I won is because it was a very weird week. A
It
lot
was,
of the
yeah,
top
yeah.
people didn't post.
The 1-stars did post, so you kind of had to have like a 2, 3s.
Yeah.
through.
Like I like this one too with Makisi as a 1.
Oh, that's nice. That's solid. Seems like a pretty one that could guarantee some like a return on that one.
This one I like too.
Yeah,
And then I did get. I used to skip on Adams a lot, but now I don't no more. I grabbed him. And every time I see an HK, I grab an HK.
Yeah, especially
then-
is this the fantasy one or is this
No,
core?
this is the regular one.
Yeah, I think
Um,
if you get somewhere near 3,000, 3,200 points, you should be
because I
as far as you
anymore
want.
like I try and go. I'll be honest. So at first I was going like the first week after having Clayton on, I just wanted to do the whole like profit thing, and then after winning one week, I was like I'm gonna try and win again. Like I just kept trying to hit again, and
I
then
feel like also once you build that, I feel like once you prove the strategy and also kind of give yourself a little bit of runway with it, it just completely
Mhm.
opens it up. And especially, I mean, the whole concept of Clayton's strategy as well as play the numbers, right? Because if you put in
Yep.
10 decks and did it a couple times and didn't come out on top, well, you wouldn't have fully played it out to its ability. So the fact that you've like
Yep.
already got there and it just allows you that runway, so you put in 30 decks consistently and over time that should pay off.
Yep. Heck yeah, yeah. Because
100%.
I think I'm at what do I got in now? I've got 20 total in now with another. How many tactics do I have? Because I usually don't like going over 5 in the fantasy one. So I've got 3 more that I will put. How full is this? I better put them in relatively soon. I like letting the kids pick too. A couple of them. So I got the baby can't pick, so I'll save one for each of the kids of the older kids. My 11-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old can each pick one.
Oh,
And
it's fun.
Nice.
yeah, and then they get to
And
keep
so
the winnings if they win. The 9th deck last week actually went to my 6-year-old, so she got a few bucks in her piggy bank.
nice. What did she spend it yet? Did she get something?
No, she is like her mother. She definitely likes. She doesn't like spending money much. So like I'm lucky. Like my wife doesn't like. She's a saver. So yeah, my daughter's piggy bank is like she don't ever spend her money. So yeah, she's saving up for another horse.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like so the core arena is a little over 2/3 full, and then the fantasy arena I think was just a little over 1/3 full, right? So it's I mean I guess a little more than that, but it
Yeah.
fills up fast though too. So I think tonight I'm gonna make sure I get my entries in.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I like the fact that they're doing doing the 2 entries, opening one of each, and once they fill, that's it for the time being, I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, same.
Heck yeah. All right, so we've been going about an hour and a half. And again, sorry, I know a few times thank you guys for just kind of running with it. I was muted for a little bit. I had 1 and then 2 and then all 3 kids in here. So yeah, sorry about that. And then yeah, dude, it was awesome. And I feel like this was a great episode, great coming back episode. Again,
Definitely.
apologies for last week. Yeah, still working on the kitchen. It's been a nightmare. So
Yeah, awesome to be back this week. So good to have you back too, HK. Had fun
Yeah,
with you guys.
no, it's been good. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so yeah, no, it's good to be back, and yeah, hopefully we can cook in the tournament next week.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good. And if you
All right.
guys want to, feel free to drop me your email if you want the spreadsheet for arenas or whatnot. I'm sure you could
Yeah,
build
sure.
on it
Yes.
too, but
For sure.
Yes, that'd be perfect. All right, we will see you guys next week. Same place, same time. And also as well as on the timeline.
sounds good. See you guys. Good luck. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, have fun.